Alright, so this video is about writing an equation for a quadratic in vertex form given this graph. So this is the graph of a quadratic, it's a parabola. If we're going to write it in vertex form is form y equals a and x subtract h squared plus k. So ultimately I need to know a, I need to know h, I need to know k. So h and k is the vertex. So that coordinate is at the coordinate 2, 0. So I know h, I know k. I know h has to be 2, and k has to be 0. So I know h and k. The last part is finding a. And the best way to find a is start at the vertex, go exactly 1 unit over, and then go up and down and touch the graph. However far you go upwards or downwards tells you what a is. In this case, it went up 1 unit. So I know a is 1. So I know a has to be 1. So the equation for that graph is y equals 1x subtract 2 squared plus 0. So I've now written the equation for that quadratic expression using this graph. Let's try the next one. And the next one, again, I keep writing this formula just to remind myself what all the variables are, where they go. So looking here, here's my vertex. So now my vertex is at 0, 0. So now h, k, a. H is 0, k is 0. And I know a is the distance I moved upwards. So we'll go over 1 unit to the right, or 1 unit to the left for that matter. I go up 1. So now a has to be 1. So this equation for that graph is y equals 1x subtract 0 squared plus 0. Technically though, you may also see this written as y equals to x subtract 0 is just x. So y equals to x squared. And that'd be it. Because plus 0 doesn't change it either. You might even see it without parentheses. It's just y equals x squared. Give it a new one. So going here to this example. And looking here, my vertex is at this point. So I'll give you one last example before I give you one to try on your own. That coordinate is the coordinate 0, negative 5. So now h is 0, k is negative 5. And a is the only thing left to learn. And I wish I gave you something different, but this a is also 1. But go over and up, I can clearly see a equals to 1. So a is 1 again. So this graph would be y equals a, x subtract h squared plus k. And that would be y equals to 1, x subtract 0 squared, take away k, take away 5. And I'm going to clean it up a little bit. This is probably going to be written on a test as y equals x squared take away 5. Even though they're the same, because it just says x subtract 0, and that's a 1 in front, you'll probably just call that x squared. Alright, I'm going to give you one for you to try. Alright, so take a good look at this graph, pause the video, and try to write the equation for it. So, give it a shot on your own now. Well, hopefully you tried it already. And looking at it, I know that my vertex is at, that looks to be over 3 and down 5. So it looks like my vertex is at negative 3, negative 3, negative 5. So that's at 3. And if I go over 1 unit over and goes up, you should see a is really 2. So a equals a 2. Because I went up 2 units to touch the graph again. So the equation would be y equals to a, x subtract h squared plus k. So it'd be y equals 2 x plus 3 squared take away 5. The reason why is x plus 3, since k was negative, I'm sorry, since h was negative, and the formula has a negative sign, that becomes x subtract the negative 3. So that double negative makes it x plus 3. And that's the equation for that graph. Hopefully that's enough to get a pretty good understanding of it. But if not, I'll give you one final one. If you think you got it, you can stop the video. My one final one is this one. Give it a shot. Alright, hopefully by now you gave it a shot on your own. And let's do it. My vertex is here. So my vertex is at positive 2, 0. So that's h. So I know h equals a 2. And I know that k equals a 0. The a value, if I go over 1 and go down, it looks like it goes halfway. So now a is about 1/2 or 0.5. But truthfully, if I take a closer look, it's really going downward. Since it's going downward, we'll say a is a negative 1/2, because it's a negative direction. I had to go down to find a. So I'm going to rewrite that a as negative 1/2. And the equation, y equals that equation. I will replace the a to be negative 1/2. So is y equals negative 1/2, x subtract 2 squared plus 0, or y equals negative 1/2, x subtract 2 squared. Either one of those are fine. That's all I have. Good luck.